Welcome to part 1 of the story of my 2025 adventure to Death Valley National Park. This will be my 5th time in the park in the last 7 years. I am arriving with a shift in my mindset. I intend to focus more on the quality of my images and my compositions, and a lot less on the quantity of images that I come home with. I will be looking for new things to photograph, new places to explore, but first, I need to find some wide open space with some peace and quiet. I think this is going to do just fine. Welcome to Camp Chloride. With not one cloud in the skies, we decided to just hang out at camp and enjoy the fading light over the curves and undulations surrounding Corkscrew Peak. Blue skies quickly gave way to the blue hour, and soon the clear night skies of Death Valley were on full display. I will never grow tired of watching the Milky Way arc across the night sky. I feel bad for people that have never seen this with their own eyes. They sure are missing out. The next morning, we found ourselves at Mesquite Dunes for sunrise. I chose an access point that I had been to before. I knew it might offer up some clean sand with minimal footprints, and even better, less people. On our last visit to Mesquite Dunes, it was a little uninspiring. The light was flat, and neither one of us really came away with images that we were happy with. This time the skies would, much like the night before, be clear and without a cloud in sight. That meant we would at least get some good long light on the rolling shapes of the dunes. You have to be quick though. The light doesn't last very long. I was glad TJ finally got some good light in Mesquite Dunes. Once the sun got too high to cast long shadows, we knew it was time to hike back out and head back to camp. After a campsite lunch and some downtime, we headed out to do some scouting. The act of scouting is too often overlooked as a critical part of being a landscape photographer. For a place like Death Valley that you can come back to year after year, it is an essential endeavor. The conditions might not be right on this trip, but they very well could be on a future trip. It's always good to know where you can head, depending on the light. I was determined to find a location that I've been looking for since my very first trip to Death Valley in 2019. I had flagged a spot along the road. Turns out, it was right where I thought it was all along. I just needed to walk a little further. Well, maybe a lot further. So we wandered around the valley floor for about 3 hours. Most of the time, we didn't even have a camera in hand. We did find a few compositions that we worked on and got ideas for future trips. We left knowing that we would be back someday when the conditions were right. and it was good time spent with my friend. Stay tuned for the next part of the trip. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, may the good light find you.